All right, Abusia for a bonno watch social time now. Xyz TV near TV Xyz near TV Xyz will YouTube and Facebook, TV Xyz will Facebook, and a TV Xyz will TV Swankasa. Medin the Prince Kwame Menka, Redo, a Jacko Jama DB. I didn't know Jamino. Almost say NDC Amano Kumro, penny for no pano. Or no pan was semi. Why? Peter Boamo Tukono, one on air, Deputy General Secretary, Emma NDC Amano Kono, and Impunimpu. And same bia for my Ghana who be a baby bisano. Na fei, if you busana some personal questions be e wo dwumade so. XYZ tonight ni. Me mo nyina akwaba. It's always show no live and interactive into baby will be our WhatsApp line you display or screen so I'll bet me at your wadre now they will susu and so aba wabra ye kwa ni say mera ebema ye be be phone line so na question bia wo busa ye Dr. Peter Boama Otukono our Deputy General Secretary my NDC Amanyoko no ye be ma akonya no atimi abusa ba WhatsApp line no na a good screen so sisi aniti shase na catch man for nothing so more Facebook live and also mamo share Xyz TV mamo share TV Xyz mon share sadabaya amansan nyina bete enkomo na ye ba be dini na if say ensam no bebra mebusa no no e fa wan kasa ho sabre mama mara kwaba emra Xyz tonight Dr. Peter Boama Otukono ete say na mi adom yes o papa sa na the 11 intafo a o mo sepa o mo kofa girl a bitimi twedi o kofa dia o mo kofa girl bitimi twedi sa but there the end me sure so mo hu because my body senator so say that's the difference we that say yes aso mo akwa babu na yes ase no ade baako ye beba o shoe no so and ye hwe shoe no utum say bright pa na so tie shoes be ye beba so but before then ebra na ye nyina ye ni abre abato komisa ye twen se emana eba during the 2020 elections emana eba no obeboabo no na afi wabobo na mo ye nsem twefo nhia mu na obi ehia obi atini TV ho na manfo aye desperate ye anxious afi wo ka wo nsem nyina wie ya na wo maye ni daso wie ya o si DJ boyanyom eno so de
yo yedi kai ma memfa enche mu edru ema ahwefo na yendo mase so majibre na TV Xyz omode omotifidie ato ha no mutie ye na sa asem no ya asem ya zo kai na mesre
ontam kese ana
enye mentam kese na I think that unse branu nyina na amanyosem dane na amanyasem no etoda niam ani bi wo ho no mesia enye plant but na agensem samre na jimensa e declare results no na President Mahama ebe address press no na wo my indication say President Mahama AC form because in say office was ro ho no nti no na chese say prepare akwam ma no na obekasa na me sha ase tie charge ya but them say na BBS in the coin kakra na akobe say 10-15 minutes no see na wonu ya the way our resource no so akoye na bufu aba na mora no tie no charge ya na obere abam na 3 days me ndai
tida kasa nasa
choboy hey DJ boy
no kana said you see calm sada no what you say
unim
o say the choboy
sambre no coming again. Sanyo no is my favorite. Now one more boy day I was sinful fruby. Egumenti no. Me charge ya na me hwe na me DJ na ne. On fa coming again. Na nka ye fa enkipi time no to say President Mahama meba. Na I know na me say subsequently no. Ya no mo fa say nka wo mo edi betroli en kwaje nsem. But this is ya no. Kumasi DJ bia ni ho no mo mfanya ne jenga. DJ boy. Ente bia just ye kwaje copyright ni edi royalty say.
No but on a more serious note, o man no mo di troll no me hu
comments ahodo of social media na ebi mo suggest say na said you di ani bre be kasa ya wo di we be tato na che se mo kra de no ani mre sanete ana sana na nete
o hwa sa mre no na ani bre na wo ne yesronko ne ani abre yi pa ije mbo ye nyom no campaign politics demonstration every mass action revolution even from 1979 1981 one critical thing na untimi yin free sa na ma mabubo so nyina ye nyom it we try a campaign bia no enyum di akoten wo wo ko demonstration enyum na ode ko say wo ye any mass action enyum na ode ye. So music is the soul of mass mobilization or any public manifestation. In this no, we were manifesting some level of seriousness, some level of agitation, anger against the Electoral Commission for what they have done. You know, na enyum no na ye boa nti chobo na ye niabre ko ye to revolutionary song revo ni nyina no eye part of the agitation nti enyum
etimi serve the purpose
etimi serve the purpose nti no time a ye charge ye to revolution song ye to nyum ni nyina awie ye no na brena bamu no na chese DJ no take over na onfa nyum no na ya recorded that and to aso. So it was not because Ebia yenim breye and I said we're not serious. Anybody who watched that video would see and attest to the fact that we're very, very serious.
But seriousness no more than a deal with Sabian Krata na say nyina so bia ene mwasema na mo kana sabre no na yepe. For instance, na mo shame crying and many that so be say abandye Mahama afa. But here we are, Mahama on fire.
Me kasi su dia na wo mo fidie we su TV Xyz. So 2020 about one President Mahama fire. President Akufo-Addo nim say President Mahama fire.
Wonim say
Jane Mensa wonim
evidence be.
Wonim say President Mahama fire. Nemum kwati kwan omo fa so e di hwimade no. Eno na me ne wo yentimi nka ho asem na because sisi ano abeye susudua abeye adesuade eno no ese ye di ye adwuma ko 2024 ntimi no nche. But wobi bia wo ben Ghana abatoɔ nim sɛ President Mahama di kunim wa abatoɔ no.
Okay.
Omo nim sɛ yenya majority of parliament.
Okay.
In fact, Chief Justice ankasa kra nim. Enti no saa ayi abatoɔ ne nsɛm ne de ɛno no ya ade a obi ntimi ene ya ntwi bebre because MPP fo na ankasa mpanifoɔ no wo ben omo mbɛka kyerɛ sɛ 2020 abatoɔ ne de nkia mia ya ni a anka mu wini
ada wa ben bia mo ebia kasa asem na kyerɛ da
omo ka ne bebre
obetima ka yo ka kyerɛ o de kegu maso ehwan ya
emeka gu aso ya.
But you 2016 abatoɔ no at that time now you're deputy director of research Emma NDC amanyoko no of course mo year 2016 no na NDC wa ben mo bolusu year to New Patriotic Party and Saturday no at the party headquarters na yenim say who operating mainly from the office of the then Deputy General Secretary, Koku Anyidohu. Meaning, say, Oben pa.
Oh, unfortunately, that was not the case.
Okay.
At the time, no. Na me operating free Koku office.
Okay.
ABR officer, okay, time man here wo abema under Professor Mills. Okay. I was the head of research and the communications directorate. 2010 to 2012.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. But as deputy director of research, I worked directly under Dr. Haji under the general secretary.
Okay.
Okay. So,
but again, I mean the point is, say Obeno.
Yeah, me Ben.
But I didn't know with Dibra Ubenya subsequently as deputy general secretary. Ebrana Koku Anyido who wakan sembi na watching a year party no edi eba no mebimu na akoye nsembe brebe no. Well, said you were young, one and a young university. I didn't know when Tian and Nas answered, Uncle Kogu, maybe I'll call you too far. Now you be found. The way we see Benny.
And Yaman Kwana, me Ben Koku, where the deputy general secretary paying. Penophobe brave man. Now, me assure some penophobe brain in the Kasai. Bensomen in the Kasai. But a foot would be ultimate two before. But so be Fadia, you man, or no Casanasem. But be that as it may, no. I think say, na yawa amanyosemu no, or destiny on some, and our convictions also your personal decision. I think say near Koku Anyidohu Yeah. I mean, in this past few years, and as in your year in this past few years, it's personal conviction. What we can do is just to advise. By advice, we name years so a party no one running. She says, "I do faso." Now me sure so we say the nefa sa party ne she say ne so bi. Enti no, Ghana fo nyina wo mo hwe ya manyosem kwan ya manyosem no. They judge us based on our output, what we put out, and our thinking and our conviction. Your philosophy as a political party, your constitution as a political party. Will be a member of the political party, must work under the dictates of the constitution, must work within the principles and the philosophy of the party. Immediately you go out of the principles and the philosophy, and you act or try virus of any provisions of the constitution, then now be a problem. I say party nimra and inudi.
And of course party nimra and I but what about the ripple effect? And I say the snowballing effect. Ebi beka say look, say sabre wo tibia mu wo mu akoku party nhihye no magina so de atwe so. And I feel so be to say atubiga and ono so magina party nhihye atwe so no. Won ya omoka, omugusu omoka. Ene Stephen Atubiga, for instance, or no crowd, but what say or forming the party, no, and then going into the future of Bekano, wouldn't it have any impact? What baby a NDC person work, especially on the back of the fact say omunimo, no money matina them, no money come pain. Yo,
new woman say what kind of catechism of the revolution da? Good. Say what kind catechism of the revolution? What kind most of the revolutionary books? Now I follow even your revolution in 1981.
That's right.
Now how the revolution succeeded in 9 years. You would realize that the success of every political organization, not even political organization alone, social organization, even religious organization, the success of all these organizations is discipline. And I know Koku very well, very, very close. One thing that Koku, I can, on any day, say, oh, Madana Nyaneme, I can say about him that he's a disciplinarian. So it comes to me as a great surprise. Say, he has gone that way. And he's the first person who will be talking about disciplining people when they go wayward. When he was a general secretary, when he was at the castle. So I think he understands.
When he was a deputy general secretary.
Yes. When he was a deputy general secretary. He understands very well that if you don't crack the whip on people who go wayward, who are indisciplined in the party, it's a recipe for disaster. It's a recipe for chaos. And the political organization cannot succeed. And I have come to learn with my work in politics, my about 20 years engagement in political organization. Say, will be two anamobi. You know, people decide based on their personal conviction to take some actions. If they take the action and it goes against the constitution, it goes against the remits and the interest, the collective interest of the group. Now, now I said, no, if you don't crack the whip, you risk losing the organizational.
But Obeko rogue to say the Abrofo canon, and so called rogue. Onimo to say them refer to onimo secret when you say the museum normal. What if Southern Hoko Bata and go from who was opposition? Now what shall say Kika Mohonsem channel. Now what to be humo strategies and also ever Enyansu will be our Yamopasamunya and as a Yampasam achieve.
Every solid and successful organization is one that also transforms with time. It may not be the same as now. And politics changes with time. It changes very quickly, especially within this period. So it doesn't say who's through Sadi and the MPP for Pamu or general secretary or no national chairman together and one vice chairman together, no more opposition. If we need elections, they also went out. They went rogue. They went rogue. They were also talking. Sammy Crab. He was all over the place. Afuku was all over the place. You understand? But he didn't collapse them. So when you you see, party now you form we form the party based on discipline, and I've recounted how we survived 11 years of a revolution period, military rule, it was discipline that kept us together. It was discipline. In fact, in sub-Saharan Africa, I think it has been the longest revolution that has survived. So that discipline now, the share party national. Say yen penifo ayo zia ya nsom na ya fa nye adwuma ne ya fa ye na si we be ginsem, because you see contemporary politics is changing. Ya no nso ye niam bi ama so sabio mbabuno no ne omo ba party no foforo nso suesua omo so ate ase ama ade ananka typically you will not see in the NDC. Now you see in the NDC like ye dim penifo atem ye attack your leaders, because at the end of the day you see at the end of the day say uwo kuo mu ekuo no enyina eti eye mpenifo a wo mu di ano so utweti ni free hono ma ne aka nyina ahoma ayi so wo.
That's right.
So ati ase enti no abo wo se otiniti a ne aka nyina ya ahoma enti NDC ne ewo nyina ne ye mpenifo President Mahama, General Mosquito, efuso ampofo omoani omo ni ye mpenifo no. When you target them without any basis, without any credible solid basis, then what you are doing is that you want to kill the organization. And that is why the systems must work to deal with you. Said ye be you free mu. Say ye suspend you. Now ba now show remorse. So be one man nya na e bi obi na hye na chi na o man o hye kutupa na o man di sanse mu no. Enti no say wo de ne disciplinary committee na o hwe bebi adu na wo a wo hye kutupa no na che say we gya na de ne obetimi aka say o asesa na adwen wa apologize na okonani. But nipa why na adwen so no say ya na obesay organization you don't yes sabio preduasa say yes one bad knot spoils the whole.
That's right.
Sabio nkatie o sesi ho na baako enya oboze o we na famu pe no wanum nyina ayi na utimi ye nkwan da the same ma na sabio o de kerosene drop baako pe ko asom ni nyina say
nkwan na say but mama nhwe etre asem ya na wo ken answer na yakọ into some main issues in fact ye nyina ho wo my Ghana ye deal with some more party issues no kakra bi party issues mesa abasu bio. But before then on etre asem ya na wo ken said the head and I say omo that party na no what the more year going into the 2020 elections who you say more current national executives mo modern mo so ani a e wo se ye mamo so e bodge so se my bibi, because I get usually yana measuring rod and say oh omo the party no e call abamu ana usually yana ho na manfo gina, but in this case no. Okay, it mo bom ho modern
me start here man you say ma check akra anye you crowd been involved in about 4 or 5 major elections. Na me hu campaign di campaign chipa me hu kra no man participate kra no for 2000 the year 2000 I followed the NDC campaign I year our party we mu nyina yenko election campaign in 2020.
Oh really?
Yes, we ran the most effective campaign ever in the history of the party. Susudiano ne say one say oh your campaigner main indicators say what me aye campaign is your reachability. Your reach, the number of people you are able to reach at all levels, both voter contact one-on-one, virtual contact, social media, radio, TV, adverts, communication, how you are able to put the entire campaign of the opposition into disarray, your messaging. We had the best manifesto ever produced by any political organization in the sub-region.
So
I mean, so many people, I mean, civil society organizations, I mean, a lot of people have said it. And if we crowd report to be, people have said it. People have given commentary on our manifesto. Uti amount for a civil society, CDD 4K, IDEC 4K, Imani 4K. They have given commentary on our manifesto. The best manifesto ever produced in our fourth republic was produced last time. And it is the same executives any produce here. We ran one of the best campaigns. It's not because I was a deputy campaign manager in Tina Mekasa, but our campaign coordination for 2020 was apt, was excellent. General Mosquito was leading one campaign team, and our strategy was to touch base at the lower level in some critical areas. Oko constituencies I think about 100 and something. I mean, 108, yes, General Secretary. Oko, yes, or targeted 100 and something. We won almost about 98 of them. 98 of them. And the research gave an indication, say, and he did that special and he delivered. Running mate was leading another team. Flag bearer was leading another team. Flag bearer went to every single constituency in the country. We have not done that. And the kind of campaign, we reach out, we break down the message. Our message was very clear. It got the MPP to be changing their manifesto every week. That is the sign of an efficient campaign system. So your campaign is one of the best we have ever run. Any political pundit, any political analyst, I will be analyzing the 2020 campaign, will tell you the position of the kind of campaign that we ran. And I think, oh yes, they all saw it. Yes, and that is, and it is because of the effective campaign. That is why we had majority in parliament. You and I know they have majority in parliament. You understand? You understand? So the issue about running an effective campaign is not the issue. Now the other aspect is say
that's right.
I sit here and make say it is the greatest regret of all of us. Say yetimi Emma President Kufuado, Eddie Kasem, near to Trasem, Nyambrasem, any Ewudisem, G2. But you see, I can't say me. Was on a Honomono Bank, Cote d'Ivoire, crying in the French car. Was it Premier Gaus and a Pagau?
And also the day.
Premier Gau, send a Pagau. She said, the first fool, on your fool, but the second fool. And now, me wa Fabi, on also a boo baby. Say the shrubalistic of a man is one press.
The
shrubalistic of a man is one press.
Oh, for the casa.
No, and no obusa beno. A tresse. Sabiu, ubetimi aye bako. Badun timi fanye yempreno. Na eno na bruni e kwana putoka se mu say experience is the best teacher. It is experience your best teacher. Sabiu konfo boni a watra yare fo ama konfo pa beto no ye ne den yi ne mu wo hwe adwuma ye 2020 eni nsunsuanso a ma ene yetimi anya speaker of parliament wo kai ne manager na mosquito ye wa parliament that night we got the speaker enya bibia ne ye kan ebia one day no ye be one on one bia ye be can the full story of that night, what happened that night.
Bibi koso
yetimi nya speaker. We didn't sleep.
Enya batwo na emamunya speaker.
Abatwo no echire no niema wo ho bebere ayeye wa abatwo na chinti etimi nya speaker. Niema bebere dachi ye be ka ho asem.
Oh, Ghana for hwe.
Te hu se ni 137 po, bo mo toma ye no wo mo buru 137. So ati ase dumadi koso ankasa. Na general nankasa di anim. Na misa echire. Niema ayeye sa night no enye easy. So when you talk about leadership, you know what you are say leadership is the cause, everything else is effect.
That's right.
But if it has to do with 2020 elections, there is no way. I think me a first person when I meet our party people at any forum, I catch them say the sign of good leadership is to take responsibility where there is a problem, where there is a challenge. Lessen how much you take glory when there is success. And indeed, I think, say, 2020, about one year, now, and a new Flagstaff house, a biggest regret, and we take full responsibility for that.
While taking responsibility for that, now, it appears, I say, what you say, my idea, no. Would it be fair for anyone to suggest, say, well, my idea, I didn't think that Mumubi, I shall say, hint to say, more positions be. This how, Martin be say, yes, open general secretary. Now 3 years experience Ben when ya general secretary a year Johnson as you don't get here. One makwan na wo bra as General Secretary.
Near kind. General Mosquito, you be a case colossus out here. A case colossus, ye. Chese will be a wabbing abroso. Ne experience, a woman you same, the dexterity is unparalleled. In fact, Oshe Sabridge Numa, that's why he's the vice president for Socialist International. His experience is ahead. Into no. Enya idea me Peter Boamo Tokuno. Metimi akase me fa adwen da biara da pose me ne no be gina abato. Nti me pese me clear what the way obusa question nti na me kasa. Ne to so biom. You see, the voice of the people is the voice of God. Meti hey. Me si gina ye bia metimi ne wadi ho nkomo. Aye bia betimi adi ho nkomo later. But Ghana for Ahwemeduma NDC for no Ahwemeduma. I've served this party in so many capacities. And I recall 2018. My boss Ankasa na encourage me say me call deputy general secretary.
Oh, really?
Yes, on Ankasa na. I was a deputy director of research. But the way I am in the year no, he saw that I could be very useful. And I obwa me and I'm the deputy general secretary. And you know, say me to anamo bi ene. Sisi I want political life ma. He would be the one to give me direction.
To no enkansa na wet
man.
When we dis ankomo no.
Enti say who say me sisu gina ye da bia da. Say me ye bibi me to anamo bi or politics ma. And I'm working on his directions.
What director? Yes or no?
Oh. It's early days yet.
But bibi sa betimi aba.
Betimi aba. Na I think say sa akonya ne ba me de mensa mienu besom because you see politics accessor bibia amanyosem na dru no enkanka with the elections ahead of us 2024 no yehia eniema nketenkete bia ebetimi ama na di mu na megidi se mpanifo ni nyina wo maya amanyosem ache no mo hwe mo ho se yehia niema ba ko mienu bi ama se nkonimdie na timi adi mu na leadership no eya mpanifo no yakabo ma leadership leaders ne akoma bom na ehye but obi akra ankra eniema nketenkete bia wo mo de by be very unique and they stand out. Official general, he is very unique in what he does. And everybody has a very unique thing that some of them feel very unique. You understand? Something very unique. You understand?
Yes.
So when you put all together, you are able to get an effective leadership. So in the eyes of the people, party for across the country, in the eyes of Mpedifono, if they think that you best possess the things that will bring us the success in 2024, so we'll be General Secretary, I will gladly hold it with two hands.
All right.
And as I said, the voice of the people is the voice of God. A man for a sijina, I say, Ukosia, naturally say, quite the ma, Ukwa, Ubitimi, I cannot underestimate. Oh, a man for a sijina, I'm sure you see it on social media, you see it in people say it everywhere. It's everywhere. And
what's our qualities now, unique qualities now?
Me wabroso
to that position.
Me wabroso
to that for that position.
Me wabroso.
Okay.
Me wabroso because I wish we had time to have this discussion because you see, you are looking for somebody who internally is affable enough, or you're altruistic, or you're open. He has the organizational acumen, the skill, the communication skills, has the ability to unite people, to bring people together, to mobilize people. Then you are looking at somebody who is acceptable beyond the party,
okay,
in terms of integrity, the intellect, the capacity, the dedication, the commitment, the credibility. What has made some of the leaders survive? General Wayako 20 years as a general secretary. What has made him survive is his integrity and credibility. You understand? So you are looking at all these things being put together in one person.
Very well.
To be able to, lead at certain places. And I think that if those are the characteristics and attributes that Ghanaians will be looking for in NDC, the NDC will be looking for in their leaders, we are looking at our own principles and somebody who can best represent the principles, the identity of the NDC.
Right.
Somebody who exudes that identity. Then if push comes to shove, now opportunity no ho. Na my boss say one call. Na ASME as General Secretary. I don't think the delegates will go beyond me.
Yo, you said no besiako, but quickly, you call some other national issues. I mean, Carl said Xyz Tonight in here. WhatsApp line no, and it was screen so maybe I will be with me. Abe kind of more Facebook Live no so me more comments and say drop one no. What do you quite making can be. But Deputy GS, help me here. A day ne my dance dear because last time up, General Secretary Johnson has said in Ketia here and Central Phone share mono. Oba be mu kire say ase eye court pon no and ase court batan no any mpanimfo e wo chief justice and you bi ne anamontu bi akoso nansen no e kamia say omutu omani asi amanfo bi omoye mranimfo a omoye NDC for and the case in point ora Dr. Dominic Ayene, former deputy attorney general wono no wasi ni gina say your kan was CDD program no once say ni gina ye baby o gina no gina e dia insenkyerene anase dia no ma no mahunu a wasi sa gina ye no
yo ne di kan em say oman bia no say oman no betumpon a say oman ne begina egina ekwan a na temosem ene ne mra ye di adwuma fa na oman ye sha say 1957 ye be call military rule about democracy ade ba kon aboa ama timemfo etimi egina emra na chi ama ye constitution ye promulgate 1992 etimi egina ne naso besis amre ene say amanfo nya confidence say emra no ye adwuma na emra no nye yiyi mu free mra president Akufo-Addo bedi akonya as president ade ba kon ye hu pa ye state organized pamu say ye ni pamu
say ye ni pamu e wo Ghana ha
and that is what if there is any achievement of President Akufo-Addo say President Akufo-Addo ye mu that has been his best achievement na wo hwa emra no say wo ye MPP ni a any would differently wo ye onye MPP ni so a emra no ni would differently and there are so many examples but near Emma no West the icing on the cake was when Chief Justice we enemy abua ye no or your fellow Vanda when him the those days no your code Vandals Association yeah we be a boom. Oh yes, minimum the pan. Oh, minimum Chief Justice pan. Those days even before to near we be a boom. And then you didn't call Supreme Court to cry. Near we be a boom. Your code Vandals meeting. Near a meeting or President Akufo-Addo feel no more down. The contrast here we boom pa. You so a deep politics won't come out. Your argument pa ye. You can kabuma because the MPP near this for but just that we are old Vandals. And you see waiting in the banner waiting in the but you need me who ye pa. Into Chief Justice no him say ye no. As I know be Chief Justice. But say you do transfer akunyane so a enema bebre ho no ma ese wo shigu now he say ubehwe o man mpumtu but unfortunately your fellow Vanda we di Ghana for di Vandals for hamo e di Ghana for hamo and he has not shown that he has the ability to be independent. He has not shown every step of the way. He has not shown.
Okay, let's be more specific.
And I'm going to be very specific. Yes. I'm going to be very, very specific. Starting from before Yabeko Abatu ya Yakoyi, in Simbia ya the court, and the Kwaya or Mofaso, it will be in Semono. Fast forward Yako Abatu. Was all Kaya ya so court. Not just court, na judges na train. And he has led the court to pursue a particular agenda. Ghana for the donor, who say, acquire say a MPP agenda, and now Chief Justice no a promote
MPP agenda,
and Chief Justice no. And I'm not talking about the judiciary. I'm talking about the Chief Justice.
Inference and also what evidence be.
No evidence, no that one. Then I make us say, you call court to you cry. Require or mukure court on some. Obi bia lawyers kuku dam a wo ma ben wo mrem. E kura ka say Chief Justice no kwan a wo di rule nsem no, wo di nsem no. Emu rem kakra. Chese wan fa mra no ndi nsem no. Or the personal conviction. One personal conviction so ne dey amanyosem or the personal conviction any year ruling.
But
now say chatu.
Hold on, obi personal conviction and yeah a surest way of determining say whether say MPP conviction. Personal conviction a personal conviction.
No, it is personal conviction that is keeping me in NDC. Because my conviction coincides or correlates with that of the NDC. That's why I'm there. So personal conviction, any MPP for the I'll be call MPP. And I'm saying that you were mara memoir. Say the political case banner 2 parties, MPP and DC. Now personal conviction and now the bay you now the Mrana Tonchenya. You will be working in favor of one of the parties. And you and I know the party that the personal conviction favored in the ruling. And no kodan. You see, you a court case, Papa ne tunani si ya lawyer for so. I and I been say, would you ebe show mumu? Kabi and Kabi. Chese wo kabia mo bi anka.
Now lawyer for saying any year two or many what
director of a legal amaliba. Any a lawyer for no be say me no am wo legal team no. Any doctor yini we invite almost several, in fact, after court case, during the court case in the crowd, we call General Legal Counsel. Several times.
No, but you invite to be it doesn't mean.
But you Debbie,
see a more
Debbie T.
What found the
an instrument of intimidation.
Oh, really?
An instrument.
Say and Safro.
Yes,
General Legal Counsel.
Invite na at the Tea Party no Mukoyo. You told Safro General Legal Counsel. And yes, Sana Mukonumo. Mungo Debbie Munko Chetty. You invite to based on disciplinary action. Say then the children says, "I me and Chua so." So what is it? Then the boss are throw. The bra. Oba say, "I do we query." Then I children me and Chua so. You make your case all right, but the no issue no. Unya ye man query ni we are next time. Oh ya dey be almost na slow down. Yes, an instrument of intimidation. Now, your my say, a lawyer phone. But you see, Emra, be a dane. Say a cast amendment of the law. What it simply means is that there's an aspect of the law, so the criticism of that law is what leads to the amendment of the law. And in the legal profession, wouldn't mean yet wouldn't mean question the rulings of the court. You understand? You should be able to question the rulings of the court to affect future rulings. Because ruling be a BCBA or your court will be ano. I bet that is Emma future rulings. So what I say? It went to me and question no. And to me and output I best subsequent it be the amount for nyasa. Can who say if you say a brana yet ton slaves yet to your fire to for no. Ekoton ye ma brofo na eliga na mra da ho so otimi ton slaves mane ye enti na chese ade papa nya ade papa so the law is an organic product. You should be able to change it. You should be able to give it life. Woman life and chese dane and it is the criticism that will give life to the law.
Se sana tie say the most suggest na wa bra mo si nkete na se mo si peg pay mo postre no boaban na beboa ma manfo nso enye gidie e wo ye judicial system because the kind of language I will be using so ebe determine a kwan amanfo betimi ehunu e the judicial system ayewo my Ghana kabi mami kabi amemu nso de no
yo
and it's an arm of government
kwabe near chief justice yi said the general kan no e fertilizer ema the rule of chaos. I will be any confidence with judiciary. That is why people are losing confidence in the judiciary. That's why people are not going to court anymore. People don't even allow the police to work.
People are not going to court anymore.
No, Kwame. The system is broken. People don't even say BBC. They want to take the law into their own hands. Just recently, I've seen people, gone are the days. We are near Bono, Julo, almost a crum for normal 2 good, normal Bono. And say your mom say at the Omuko police station, na police for na yan ne agigi sika ne ya om omo say asemi ba ne ye de kokota say unni political colors bi a utiti so jointi etino people are living in a state of fear. People are living in a state of distrust. They don't have confidence in the systems that protects us, the security systems and the judiciary system. Country be collapsing across the world. Say if the people lose confidence in the judiciary, they lose confidence in the security systems. That is the end of the country. And gradually we are getting to that end. And into the end, setimamuphobia anka omonya amanyosem anka amanyosem form and no sorry say fix the country omo tata aban e will fix the country no yet your mamu hanomo yetimi enya case tini you enipakuo bi omo ye Ghana for wo mumogya ye Ghana na wo ma register say Ghana for so omo beto aba na emra kire say omo timi yi anamunsini member of parliament na sebedwani obeda omano e wo parliament na aban any say judiciary ya e faculty kwan so etimi deny sa nkrofo no representation for 4 years now just on my ben you
so body am ho ya besa ba na ya to ankomo no so messages ni bia ba mama kenkan quickly answer na yakọ break na wusuma hu say wo re e Facebook live Ibrahim Ahmed say Asiedu Nketia Johnson General Mosquito, he should go for chairmanship and Otukono for general secretaryship. And also message or the banner no. Nana ya Osafo say more work, more fire. Juliet Otabel say hard-working deputy general secretary Peter Boama Otukono. Tahiru Rahman Yuroda also say my hard-working deputy general secretary, no size. Sheriff Kujo also say more fire, our incoming GSA. And I think so Henry Marsh also message or the banner was say more fire. And a year little pegas say was share free the United Arab Emirates. Ye dani ye ho aba ye ba ye manadi ya wonsem ye nano African Education Watch e de betu dwa se enso na ye man koye omo mo nto aso sukuu no mo koye no eliki ye WhatsApp group so Telegram so no mu guso ne de paper questions no e mo mo ne mo mu aye no why ex he amo research na mo ye no emu ha e de na je de mo kan ye no kre Peter Boamo Otukono e mu aye bi wo ho ye be sie.
We are one man short. Should we invite him?
Yeah.
It be old cargo.
Can I join you guys?
Yeah. Always brave, fresh, natural, X, mineral, water.
Still got it. Always keep hydrated naturally. That's my secret.
Manufactured with the primary aim of preserving nature's finest minerals necessary for a healthy mind and body. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
I love makeup. Applying it gives me so much joy. But when it's time to take it off, nothing does the job quite like the Black Secret Makeup Wipes. When I go somewhere and I feel really sweaty, I take my Black Secret wipe and I use it on my face. It picks me up and I don't look as tired as I did when I walked in.
Before I work on a client's face, I like to go over it with Black Secret Makeup Wipes to make sure the face is clean. It doesn't leave the face dry and tight, but it keeps it soft and moisturized.
Wipes say your bodo.
Barco pick, and it gets the job done. or baby, and the smell makes the experience even better.
What I saw share Xyz Tonight or TV Xyz. Make I say brana MPP amanyoko ewa opposition. Ebra Alfred Agbesi wo you mean 70 by no. Omodi enyum bi wo you me judgment debt in semna judgment debt and this yakofa judgment debt and ye omotwe ho a me de kwa batuo mu na. Edu kraka wo bi na NDC pito boamo to kono same boa catch up same boa. E ka wo bi na mu lose 2016. Ene yenya nte say locally ayana ye title say attorney general so could dia sebo quarter e obo no ho modern pa. Here we are international case o my Ghana ko lusu a ene judgment debt ye dia hwe asum say ta $170 million on ye nenam sa what ya say be we de akire e de na akire
yo kwame no cre 2012 ena woyomi esembae na saa wo yomi asemba akopɛ no MPP4 at the year campaign for 2 elections omo the year 2012 anye yi at the year 2016 e ka say judgment debt at the judgment debt there omo nye bi kra ntue bi da meanwhile saa judgment debt commission ayete ye no ana just support da no report e ba ye no kire say MPP4 na nkasa judgment debt na be da o ni nyina na ye omo and omo cost so judgment debt no afraid agbesi wo yomedie no MPP4 safomafo and e cost so ye dodo na eye omo no omo ye ade ba ko ayetimi ye pa na ema me de hwahwa me ho se me ye NDC ni both under Professor Mills and President Mahama and he said under President Mahama yetimi judgment debt no every judgment debt case be a by and we fought it frontally and we were able to kill it. Most of them no say one sa asem no court no when die tire gidi I won't mean succeed. But we had one of the most efficient attorney generals of our time who dedicated her time say obeko judgment debt. And my judgment debts are yede ebo aban no within that period. So even near na awarded that cry ko challenge ye. And my it me reduce judgment debts by almost 50 to 60%. And I'm sure this evidence is available. Ebaya my konya international disputes krama attorney general di anim kon ya MPP4 ba ya omo hwe no omo capacity wo form ti omo de attorney general de kodi akire and omo kabo mu na omo de ko win case no na fast forward attorney general yenye omo under president Akufo-Addo eniema mienu ida say sabio mpreduas omo ti na ewu ana say sabio buapayo ana se sabio eya ebia wo moji adamudie ewo sa judgment desk ne sa niema we achi
adamudie sai
enti ena wo moma eniema ni biko kwame time last 4 years obekaya eniema bi esiye ewo mamu ha cases bi bae sa cases no attorney general etimi advice say oh we you okay Emma president krama executive approval na ebepia ye hu se kronobo kese pa na ye pese ye okay ameri innovation deal no very good no almost free 800 million ako 1.2 Emma president ma ho executive approval sena legal advice da so so attorney general advice
that's right
attorney general advice
o my futuo
na one na attorney general
Gloria Akufo
very good na say amu ajapadel ebe pie mu no so be da scandal e ma special prosecutor e resign and also ya ma ho legal advice so mo ma ho legal advice enti sa ne ma we no sa ne ma we nyina o mama ho legal advice approve say you okay scandals akese every time bia wo no mo ma ho agreement say we okay mo nkoye na hafe ni yehu na aban na atwe aba akiri o say we are listening government say you ekura waka o say cheze wanya anwe na konfobia be wi awade o wi a phone na odwane ya o che no so oje wade nti bonsema me de wa phone ama phone na be wi me de ama ma nya amfa bi nti bonsema saa na president Akufo-Addo wone na aban eye na ni nyina mu no saa attorney general so yi e ka ho na mo di sadwuma yen hwe saa specific case of judgment that bebri abo
eno no mo de so bo NDC
judgment that bebri abo
on se be nhwehwe mu
it is hwetio
NDC for mo nya ready
metie saa nsemi ni bi but mefa free ani mansa na masa akọ akiri MPP for baaye no wa chejako na president Mahama ni swade hunu nti no yama contracts bebre IPPs bebre say omum produce energy because of doomsday crisis na baaye no so we're producing in excess of about 2,000 and any energy and development expert or development economist will tell you say for the country to accelerate in terms of economic development, one fundamental thing that you need is excess energy. If you don't have the energy in excess, you cannot accelerate in development. It is our factories here about VW, Nissan, and Kofuyo mobile plant. It is because of the excess energy that we have, so that they can tap into the excess energy. President Mahama and Iswadi Hunone said, we were entering into a new age of accelerated economic development, new age of industrialization. Into young building energy, no. So we're having that time President Mahama buy now total generation capacity about 2,000 no fire total consumption about 2,400 near generation capacity about 1,800 megawatts and President Mahama had to fix this problem. That's why we went through Doomso. He was able to fix the problem. It's a time I will free on money and I'm close to about 6,000 megawatts. You understand? 6,000 megawatts. Wamu buy and almost say you produce excess too much into no wamu ever say wamu etu anamombi ni nasifo. Eti one reason wamu di amane says our company we no wamu abrogate wamu contract because they were producing excess capacity in my boka. But oshe letter wamu choroma as our company GCO no. Wamu choro wamu say wamu juma nso eni eti no wamu abrogate sa contract na ye ne wamu sign.
Yes.
According to Bwachejako. Letter no ni ewo mu no. Matese woma ba bremi say because ye excess capacity no na ne ye de ye swadi hunu ye de hwe nti ne ye sign krata na womu betwa mu but that was not the reason they gave to the company so that reason is mute nti yem fair no nto nchen na ye hwe mo mabọ man no abro company no de ye call court e wa amano ne
that's right
ye fa oman ni sika Ghana sika dollar papa ne modu e de ma companies mienu companies me no omnio ne sa baako na aka no nidi no ameseme kakra sa companies me nu na nkaso omudi yanim ewo arbitration honom omko arbitration no court no e ma dey bi se mumfa file mu document date na omode maaye no etwa mu e ma omode yakọ court no omo ankasa court no okosere court ne say onsanye extension 50 days in count say dey be obema ye kwan ne yetimi di anu di sema beto
that's right
court nanim kwan na court ne maaye no eno so a fun obia anko yesi April Fool's Day na omo a edi Ghana sika etwi omoka one of the companies call yourself appear in court that time na court no ama judgment awi o kan court ne judgment ne description o de ama yeah attorney general and Crawford represent here. It's so bizarre. Say what mind say bi o nka Godfrey Dame nka ono ankasa na dwuma e na wo ye ene ye de na kugina court ene issue no $170 million dollars na ko be ye obetena ho aye kokwasa saa ama ye
so clear
come my excuse was a COVID nti saa mre ya also no president ene the ministers Marco Hine presidential jet ACJ 320, the highest rented presidential jet, the most expensive. I didn't know amanone to kwai. It is a view in President Akufo-Addo for Godfrey Dame and we see no London arbitration honomo and all 200 triple so and all the case in the choir. Nankasa $15,000 per hour no. 2.8 million Ghana cedi na spending was a trip no for only 5 days travel no. Na gienya so faso say ke benya so faso na wa kojina court to papa so say COVID into went me to kwai it is most flimsy and the weakest
no but beyond
now
that,
unim
yes
na ayi kakra wo mu ne say Ghana han mo motia no mo bo abranti aba so Godfrey Dame say you good judge or a good lawyer good lawyer de obey wo anim ye bu akoto nanso enye obroni court so at ase ho na ese wo kire se woni momra they were supposed to go and defend this because sad way sad judgment that way it is the most unfair judgment that ye de abehiti o man
to you no mo share that no mo yes
you see sa ban we etimi ye bibia na ye hwe ne omo ye wa japade ye hwe ne omo ye wa deals ahodo ekofa America akoye innovation agreement bi 400 million bi ko ka ho ne nasefo na enye wanwa say sa 170 million bibi she kire na ka hu se sa 2.8 million Ghana cedi asema ye kan private jet asema ye kan ya no mo say president pese odware wo wiemu nti na ye ko fast high expensive private jet no ka hu se wo mo de tu kwan eko bo obesia 170 million euros yeah. To come and form a bank na watra ho ama yakobo ka 170 million dollars and teacher say 10 steps forward 20 steps backwards.
Anyway, Peter, me am call the very last issue and no border on education. But per se I share the West African Examination Council ECAFA the Africa Education Watch in Shemu mo ye ya e beda di say examination leakage because to the sense any senior high school ground in fact technical university crampo no more ka ho and West Africa Examination Council where mama call to the omokan in fact mama against kudwa wa yo mo PRO was say Africa Education Watch did not engage us before coming into their conclusion. The non-disclosure of informants make their finding questionable. At the end of the day, does it in any way through Africa Education Watch or say bibi ha 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 na say omuni nyina so?
It is most unfortunate say mami we gina bre ewo Ghana ya disuanse mu no saa mde yi wono ankasa ene ne mpamfo bi eboa atwe saa ne dibre no ase abafom. This comment I think is completely baseless because one and a bear research the informants of man information or the betuga. But do you even need informants? Now no mami senkenya assembly enka okranka esenka what internal probe to investigate what happened in the last SSC amotroy and answer what's your motroy. You who said the leakages were done. Didn't you see some? It was all over social media. Paper no, on daily basis here, papers na and Kwame, this was a conscious effort by government to leak the papers so that they can get a propaganda material. They can get a justification for the failed free SHS that they have implemented. Conscious effort. I bind it to an amount say, yenya papers no, ni leak papers ni mankwala no muntimi pass it. And I know me to say Matthew Opoku Prempe na po oglo to say Ghana West Africa exams so ne that you did first was you did second was and he was gloating and he was taking self-imposed awards so this any American account. What try ko leak papers man kwala no mo control exams no more pass here. You have the effrontery to gloat. We all saw what was happening in this country. The papers were all over. Me offer sibi ocho be pani bi papers ni nyina wonyaye. In fact, some question and answers in Manqualano, teacher for no. Yes, sir, almost all question and answers in Manqualano.
None uncle report.
Maybe quite trotro almost on Namasa. I would say Ghana and Casarea and semi bar. It's answer sometimes media for no more media for no. Mutusunia mamma can casa media for no. Sada media for no. It's no ya many people buy ye real feet in term. Because the issue of leakage was all over. It was discussed amply. And ya some fufro. Mo as a mami kasa because President Akufo-Addo ankasa kra himself personal key to get the people to pass. You understand? So it is not any news.
Dr. Clement Park says same way you pen diplomacy bra. One, yenye independent parliamentary probe into assembly. Ebeboa.
Ya chekra we need a whole commission. We need a commission established by government. You see, because the integrity of the educational system is at risk. The integrity is at risk. You see, your educational system is at the verge of collapse. You spoke to Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman and in some Wadi Etuga. It's at the verge of collapse. And yet, you understand? So the best we can do for the integrity of our education is to set up a commission of inquiry into this matter. And I check. We don't need Education Watch to come up with a report before we start, engaging in this discussion. And Kwame, that is where we would employ the media. So you see, issues like this are very critical and fundamental to the survival of our educational system. We are talking about the human resource of our country. It attaches some sense of urgency to some of these things. Because at the end, you pass your university. Go and see how some of them are struggling. They will struggle. You understand? But senkeye ye tu anamon samre nemu ene ye hwehwehwemu. You understand? Nke bia nke etimi atrete nema. I will agree say a parliamentary inquiry because as it stands now it is not an MPP parliament. It is the parliament is balanced, a very unique parliament. So you are able to get the kind of response, the kind of outcome that you would expect from the legislature. So I would agree that is done. But in Kanipapuma na President Akufo-Addo penny or per education year, guess what set a commission of inquiry to do this investigation. But there again, Kwame, commission of inquiry in the crowd recommendation bar. So any papa no political agenda interesting. Say I'm sure to the year recommendations. Ye are vigilante for free security service. Near Azugumuni, we should do Azugu the security agencies. He didn't do Azugu the security agencies. So as you say, commission the report and never find your juma. Very well. I think say the Speaker of Parliament and parliamentary leadership would have to take this matter because we stand risking the future of our young people.
It's a Boama Otukono doctor. I know I say. And Ubra Unyama and Enyumre Xyz Tonight. Messages maybe we say, my boss, please, I want a close-up shot of his shoes. Last time I saw him wearing sneakers. What is he wearing today? I want a close-up shot.
Before we go.
Yeah, quite.
The amount for me shoes who has a money, me entire, who send me personal. The woman, my sister Mukaka. Me wife na ono no a designer until the woman was you semu kakra na shewe na me de ba kwa
combination
na me de ba kwa from na I nsem ago ese me boss ne na yeri kota
very well Peter I heard that one yes eti on that shoe note
we a mischievous shot we a propaganda shot
yeah na say on that shoe note yeah na we never say we get bre MI or XYZ Tonight. Peter, you better share you. And I feel so more share down the day, so you better share you. Channel pa morning update with Erica Hinyanyo. Within the Prince Kwame Minka. Or channel you better share our radio, so Power 97.9. Good night.